It's Sunday, which means it's recap time here on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast. The theme this week was, are the new Bitcoin ETFs a good investment? Now, in case you missed any of the episodes, here's what I talked about this week. I revisited my opinion on Bitcoin from June of 2022, and I talked about why that really hasn't changed. I covered Bitcoin in the weekly theme of investments I hate. And I really still hate it. And so I talked about why I'm not buying Bitcoin ETFs for my clients. I talked about why fear of missing out, or FOMO, is driving the vast majority of people and assets into Bitcoin. That's quite risky. It's speculative. It's highly volatile. There's no fundamental thing that you're buying. Like, what are you actually investing in when you buy Bitcoin? Yeah, you're buying Bitcoin, but what's behind that? What justifies whatever value it's trading at? And the truth is, nothing. And then I talked about reasons to buy the new Bitcoin ETFs. And it really boils down to, do you like to go to Vegas? Do you like to gamble? Do you want to profit off of something? Do you want to speculate on something? You know, some people are just wired that way and they need to scratch that itch. And so you can, and lots of people have made a boatload of money buying Bitcoin. So you can certainly make money, but don't kid yourself and tell yourself it's an investment, like a traditional investment. It's not. You're speculating. If you decide that you really want to buy Bitcoin, maybe you already own Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. In yesterday's episode, I kind of brought everything full circle and talked about, okay, practically, if you're going to invest in these areas or allocate a portion of your portfolio to Bitcoin, what would be a prudent amount? And again, you could do nothing. And I think most people, because it's so volatile, they can't afford to lose 60%, which has happened, and 60, 70, 80%. It's extremely volatile and it has had collapses. So if you're okay with collapses, by all means, buy some Bitcoin. But most people just aren't. And so we need to stay away from it altogether. I think most people, even people who are investing in there right now, don't fully understand the risks that they're taking. They just want to profit quickly and they're being greedy, and that's a real problem. Okay, so let's see. The most important takeaway from this week is probably that, which is, don't let the fear of missing out on Bitcoin or any other hot, popular investment cause you to invest in something that you're not comfortable with, something that is more speculative in nature. It can lead to financial ruin. And so we want to be very careful and tread very lightly here. It is perfectly okay to not jump on the Bitcoin bandwagon. You're probably going to be okay. And you may have to remind yourself of that from time to time, because the more you see the price go up, the more you hear about people who made lots of money in Bitcoin, the more you're going to be like, dang it, I should have bought that when I had the chance. But don't let yourself do that. You could buy it today and it could collapse tomorrow and you could lose half of your value. It may never recover to what you bought. We don't know. It doesn't have a long-term track record. We don't know how this asset is going to behave long-term. So it's just too risky for most. Okay. And it's okay. Don't be so scared of missing out. Don't have the FOMO, the fear of missing out. It's hard, but you may have to remind yourself of that from time to time. All right, so tomorrow I'm starting a brand new theme. 5 reasons to retire as early as you can. Now, we hear the advice, and I've given this many times, you don't want to retire until you're ready, obviously, financially and otherwise. But there are also a lot of reasons to retire earlier, too. And so we'll talk about some of those benefits of an earlier retirement as opposed to working a bit longer. All right. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you're enjoying the podcast, please share the show. Be sure to subscribe. If you're interested in learning more about working with me, you can check out my website, truenorthra.com. I've also relaunched my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and search for Retire with Ashley, that's the name of my channel. I'm starting to post some more videos there. It's certainly not as consistent as the podcast in terms of publishing every day, but I'm trying to resurrect my YouTube channel and starting to post some videos over there. So check it out, Retire with Ashley over on YouTube. Thank you so much for sharing the love and spreading the word. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. My name is Ashley Michike, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips Podcast.